Hi, welcome to Sacred Enzyme. So today's the last episode I'm doing today, and then I got to get back outside. So today I want to talk about dolls and how what looks like just an innocent toy often hides programming. And so I want to show you this cup. This is a Holly Hobbie cup. And when I was a child, Holly Hobbie was a big deal. So this says, "Start each day in a happy way." It's so cute, right? But think about it. That's telling a child to ignore their true feelings and put on a mask of happiness. And look at this Holly Hobbie here. A bonnet hiding her face. She has like no identity. Her dress is patchwork, just like a Masonic checkerboard floor. It's fragments stitched together to make a false whole. That's dissociation disguised in pastel colors right there, my friend. And even before I could talk, I was acting out behaviors with my own dolls that mirrored fragmentation. So I know firsthand that these aren't just toys, they're tools. They're tools, folks. So how dolls are used as programming tools, they're lifeless but human shaped. Let's not forget, they're just a little perfect little thing for programming dissociation. They allow projection, replacement, and normalization of trauma. Okay, we've got Barbie, who has endless alters. I mean, how many Barbie dolls are there? They all practically look the same, right? This is endless alters and fractured identities. We got American Girl. That's rewriting history and artificial narratives and mannequins. We've got life-size human dolls. We've got the airport mannequins down in Miami, Fort Lauderdale Airport, Orlando Airport. There's life-size, very realistic human wax looking. Well, they don't look wax. They look just like me if I just went to sleep and didn't wake up. I kid you not. That's how they look. You can look it up on the internet. These are human replicas. And then there was the Cabbage Patch Kids, right? So let's talk about the Cabbage Patch Kids. They came with adoption papers. Remember, people were in absolute hysterics when the Cabbage Patch Kids babies came out. My cousin, she was just that age too. And I remember my aunt, when they lived in Miami at the time, so I remember my aunt like fighting people at the Dadeland Mall. Like there were thousands of people that were outside the Toys R Us there, and people were getting trampled over these dolls. I kid you not. It was such a loosh harvesting time. It's crazy. So Cabbage Patch Kids, they came with adoption papers. Every child who got one unconsciously rehearsed the idea of children being taken, reassigned, and owned. Seriously. That is exactly what this whole scenario is mirroring. You know, they weren't sold everywhere. There was one sacred site, though, the Babyland General Hospital in Cleveland, Georgia. That's where the dolls were born and adopted. And it sits on an Atlantean node in the Blue Ridge Mountains, folks. So to get to Babyland, you drive down US 129 and Highway 75. So if you reduce both of those roads down, they reduce down to the number 3. Together, that's 3-3, the Trinity code, the mother's blueprint. But here's the inversion. Instead of Sacred Trinity, you arrive at a ritualized fake hospital. Dolls are sprouting from cabbages. Nurses sign adoption papers, and children watch a counterfeit womb ceremony. No kidding. It's not random. They built the world's doll adoption center in Atlantean memory land on highways coded with the Mother Trinity numbers and turned it into a stage play where the womb is mocked and controlled. And the programming didn't stop, because today we have mystery dolls that you pay extra for without knowing what you'll get. They have these new dolls that people are ordering, and they're called LUBUBU. It sounds like an incantation. So this teaches children that family is just random. You don't choose your child, and adoption is a transaction. So it's Russian roulette for the womb. Another inversion of the primordial template where children are sacred and pairings are arranged to protect the codes. So checkerboard and patchwork. So if you notice, this is like quite a repeating pattern. We've got the Masonic checkerboard floor, which is black-white polarity and fragmentation. Holly Hobbie's patchwork dress. the adoption paperwork. This is replacement instead of birth. Mystery dolls, random assignments instead of sacred pairing. So every layer is encoding fragmentation, like no identity, facelessness, and a completely manufactured womb scenario. So for me, this isn't abstract, because I loved Holly Hobbie as a child. I still like Holly Hobbie. You know, I have this cup. I still have some plates and stuff that's from Holly Hobbie. I didn't have a Cabbage Patch doll, but my cousin did. But I had dolls that when they lay down at nighttime, they had to have closing eyes, or they had to go in my toy box, which had to be closed completely. I mean, I had some really strange behaviors as a child around my dolls, and I think that because it has to do with programming. You know, I see that my childhood toys were carrying programming symbols that taught me to fragment, to smile through pain, to accept facelessness as normal. And I wasn't alone. There's an entire generation of children that are just like me, you know? So family dolls dolls are not just dolls. They're ritual objects that are placed in our homes, our hands, our cups. Babyland General wasn't just a tourist site. It's a ritual altar on Atlantean land. That is Atlantean node. But naming it breaks the spell. So we can look at Holly Hobbie and say, no, I don't need to hide my face. I'm not putting all this makeup on. I'm not using some stupid Snapchat filters. This is real shit right here. I don't get up and paint myself up and use all this fake lighting because I'm worried that my wrinkles are going to show. I don't give two shits, truthfully, you know. And it's time for everybody to just wake up, you know, and get over all of this artificial reality. This is just fake stuff. There's some serious, real stuff that's happening in the world that's been going on underneath everybody's noses. And, you know, it's like the worst thing imaginable, you know, that you could take something that comes from God and manipulate it, twist it, and invert it, you know, for your own selfish reasons. It's quite sickening and sad. But, I mean, this is the time that we're in. So we have to wake up, folks. It's very important that we wake up to our identities, you know. Yeah, a lot of us been in programs. And, you know, it's not really benefiting all of us to know, you know, it's not benefiting me to know all of the traumatic, horrible things that happened to me. How is that benefiting me now? All that is going to be a distraction. I'm better off not knowing what happened to me. I'll take just the outline of it. Just give me the outline. I don't need to remember every sickening, disgusting detail that was done to me. And so, you know, I'm glad that I don't have the whole entire picture of what's happened to me. That, you know, Theo lets me see what's necessary. And, you know, that's protecting me. That's protecting me. And I'm grateful for that because, you know, I'm here because I have an important responsibility to the planet. And you do too. So with that, when you come and find me, I'll be here. We're living in the past, present, and the future all at the same time. We're going out to the garden today. I want to show you all my stuff is doing really good. I'm really happy about it. And so I'll do a video out there and show you how the alchemy garden is coming along. And I've put a bunch of new seeds out this week. And the other thing is I've got to sit down today and finish up the diagram for the community garden and food forest. So super excited. I mean, I'm so busy right now. I'm so excited to be able to do this work with the earth, you know, and put these original codes back in and wake up the planet. And I'm happy that you guys are here along the way. So with that, when you come and find me, I'll be here because we're living in the past, present, and the future all at the same time. Don't forget to get outside today, put your feet in the grass, and give thanks. So with that, have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.